Hey there. Whoa, sorry. Oh, I hate having to do this on a phone on a little mini tripod. But anyway, hello. Welcome to the Profitable Farm private Facebook group. I'm Charlotte Smith, and today is Saturday. And if you're watching the replay, you can always fast forward to a minute or two because I have to kind of hang out till people get notified that I'm on here live. All right. So this is a very exciting. Oh, good. And I can see. I'm just going to check my own sound since my daughter is gone. Oh, good. I can hear myself. So it means I'm working. I mean, it's working. You know what I mean? And I can keep an eye out for your questions too. So if you have questions at any point, just let me know. Today's topic I'm going over is the top 3 mistakes I see farmers make when they're trying to sell farm to consumer, direct to consumer. The top 3 things I see that help contribute to so many farms failing, unfortunately. And I do what I do because we need farms to stay in business longer than a year or 2, which is what most farms, how long they last. So right now there's, they figure 2% of farmers make it to the 5-year mark, and it's crazy, ludicrous. It needs to stop because you lose so much money. You know, it's so bad for the economy. It's bad for our customers. It's hard on your family. So I'm here to do everything I can to get farmers across America profitable so you can be around for the long haul. All right, so I'm going to dive right into the top 3 mistakes. And remember, you can ask questions at any point and I can answer them as we go live too. All righty, the first one is a real common problem that I see and hear, and we even see it in the Facebook group, is when people first start their farm and they're pricing their products and they just price their products too low. Because they're trying to be competitive or they're trying to get customers and they attract them by price. There are several things wrong with this. For one, you're going to attract the wrong customers. So within 6 to 12 months, when you realize you're losing money and you try to raise the price, you attracted people based on price. So you're going to lose all those customers. We just had someone in the group talking about that this week. They were, increased the price of their raw milk and lost a good portion of their customers. When you have a devoted, loyal customer base that you've built around what your product does for them, which I talk about in other videos, instead of price, instead of commoditizing your product, those people don't care that you raise your price to a sustainable price. They support you and encourage you in doing that. So you should never lose but maybe 1% of your customer base if you have a price increase. So you've got to start out your farm and price things not based on what the competition is doing, not based on what Craigslist is doing, but make sure it's profitable for you. And if you price your products and you build a customer base based on the price you have because you're more competitive than the guy next door, those are not customers that will sustain your business. So I hear this all the time, and I get emails, people saying, we're going out of business, we've got to sell everything, and it often is because of this is what they've done. So number 1 mistake, pricing their products too low to start with, basing their marketing on price. Instead of a sustainable, it means you're going to not attract the customers that will keep your farm profitable or make it successful. The second thing I see a lot is farms. This is so common. All these things are really common, but they expand too quickly. So they start out with 100 meat chickens and they're so successful that the next season they do 500 meat chickens or 1,000 or 10,000. I see people make all sorts of leaps. You have to get really good at selling the where you start. Get really good at that. Make sure you sell out of everything. Make sure your price is up where it needs to be and then some, because most of us are still priced too low. And you have a waiting list, and then expand. The other thing I see, the other place where I see expansion is they expand with too many different products. So they think, well, our chicken sales are pretty good, so we're going to expand and do eggs or raw milk or beef or pigs. It doesn't matter what it is. They expand too quickly and they get too many products going. And again, if you aren't really good at selling the first product and you don't have a wait list and it's not a price point that's going to make you successful, you are not going to be successful selling anything else that you might have. So you've got to get really good at selling one thing. Make sure you sell out at a price that is sustainable, which means you're making a profit and you have a wait list, and only then can you expand. What that means is you're going to grow slower, but that growth will be sustainable and you will be here in 5 years, rather than most people come to me a couple years into it, having lost a lot of money and they're going out of business. So 2 things so far, we've covered 2. Your price is too low to start with, which means you attract the wrong people. You expand too fast, whether it is the one thing you are raising or you expand the number of products too quickly. And then the third mistake I see farmers make all the time is not having all your customers in one location, such as an email list where you can keep in regular contact with them, consistently emailing them every 2 weeks at least to build relationship year round. You can do without an email list maybe the first year or 2 you're in business, and just have a group list on your Gmail account or something. But you're going to reach a point where in order to be profitable, you have to have all these people in one place. You have to be consistently building relationship with them, not selling to them, but consistently building relationship with them to jump over that barrier to the next level of customers that are going to help you be successful. And that's both number and quantity. So that especially is what we teach all over our website. You will find free information on that. I got the most wonderful email yesterday from a lady who said she took our free email course and our free website course. She created it, she did it, and right after that, when she went to her drop site to sell, she sold $900 worth of stuff after she implemented everything we teach for free, versus she normally sells $300. This just has, and then right after that, she signed up for our course because she knew if she was able to do that with our free stuff, what in the world could she do with going in deeper and learning and transforming her skills even more. So our free stuff is really valuable, and it's the people who are actually doing it who are having great results. So anyway, if there's any questions, I'll refresh my screen so I can see if there are any so far. If you have any, let me know. If you're watching the replay and you have questions, just put them on here. We come back and answer those questions all the time. Any questions about the course, let me know that too. It's not for everybody. You have to be willing to do the work. It's not like a checklist. You know, you buy a checklist, you check everything off, and then magically you're successful. That's not what it is. We give you templates. But for instance, that's one part of it, but you have to do the work. So the people in our course are high achievers who want to do the work, who want to pinpoint an ideal customer that then they're going to have a conversation with. That customer is going to share things with them, and they're going to take their words and put it in a paragraph that then they can put on their website to attract hundreds more just like her. So when you're willing to do that work, we'd love it if you take it to the next level and come work with us. Otherwise, tons of free stuff on here. Love having you guys here. And I think I'm going to wrap it up because I have to go to my daughter's basketball game. So the 3 things that I see, 3 biggest mistakes farmers make selling direct to consumer, is they price their products too low for the first year or 2. That's kind of their marketing strategy. They look around to see what other people are charging versus making a really strategic decision. So then they attract all these customers based on price who are not going to sustain a business. So then they're out of business within a year or 2. They expand too fast, either with the one product they have or they take on too many products. If you aren't super good at selling one product and have a long wait list for it and it's priced right, where you're making a profit, you won't be good at selling anymore. So you got to get really good at that. And number 3 is not having your customers set up on an email list where you can consistently build relationship with them. Not get in touch with them to sell to them, but build relationship every 2 weeks year round. So you keep them, you keep building this customer base of people who are loyal. So when you raise your prices, 100% of them stick with you. And then Crystal said, do you think your methods will work for a farmer with Asperger's? Absolutely. If you're farming and you're able to market, this would only help someone. So I don't know what would stand in the way of someone with Asperger's. And forgive me, I'm a farmer, so I don't know 100% what the symptoms of that would be. But I know when we have kids at our farm camp with Asperger's, it's sometimes focus problems, or challenges, I guess. So the course, the information is taught in videos and downloads and our Facebook group. And I would think if you're able to participate in the Facebook group and it's focus and doing the work and writing emails. So if you've been able to adjust your life in a way to do that, yes, absolutely, it should be able to work. Ashley asks, how often do you have the course? It didn't fit into our schedule this winter. Right now, we're offering it twice a year. It won't be more than twice a year. It may go down to once a year because it is very time consuming. We coach you all the way through. So we're in the course, feels like 24 hours a day for 5 weeks, and I have a farm drum. So right now it's taught this time of year, and we will teach it again in the fall. And at some point down the road, we may go to just spring, late winter, February or so, like we're doing now. But yeah, join us in the fall. If it's not right for you, of course, don't do anything that's not right for you at this time. And Jessica, what is your strategy for pricing, if not price compare, and to attract people to try your new business? Yeah, when you attract people by price, it's not sustainable. So I have all kinds of strategies, places where I talk about pricing, blog posts and things. And I know Hayden's on the call here too, so maybe we can take time after the video and put some links in there. But pricing is, you have to cover your costs, you have to pay yourself, you have to pay all the bills, you have to figure your mortgage in there or your rent. Absolutely everything to do with the cost of the product, and a fair wage. Minimum wage is not a fair wage. You're not going to have a profitable farm if you consider minimum wage to be fair, whether you're hiring someone else or paying yourself. Has to be a fair wage. Insurance, there are so many factors to figure in there. And then so you've got your products priced right, and then your marketing strategy is to develop a customer base of loyal customers. So it doesn't matter what your price is. People don't, I talked to Hayden about pricing, and she reminds me, because she works in the farm store, she's in there more than I am, that people don't look at the price when they come in our store. People love to come in our store because of the relationship we've built with them. So they come in our store and they chat with us and they just grab things, baskets of meat off the shelves. They don't care about the price. If someone calls me and the first thing out of their mouth is, how much is your hamburger? I know they're not my customer. So the strategy for pricing is to make sure it covers your costs and makes a good profit. And then the strategy for marketing is you don't use pricing for marketing. You use other things, the things we talk about in our course, the paid course, but also for free all over our website. So hopefully that helps you out. Any other questions on here? And remember, registration closes Tuesday. I'm doing extra live videos this week because we keep registering people and getting them in there and building excitement. And so anything else that you need answered, let me know here. I'll be back here with another live video on Monday, where I'm going to talk about how we price our products as a commodity. We've commoditized our food and we're trying to compete that way. You're welcome, Jessica. Hope that helped. Any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. I gave you the 3 big mistakes I see farmers making, and gave you some solutions to those. And again, if our paid course does not work with you, we have so much free stuff on the website that people are taking and utilizing and making lots more money, doing it. And it's not all about the money, but without money, I can't go buy the weanlings I need to buy next month, so that I have meat 2 years from now, because they're $1,200 each. I have to have that money or I'm not going to be in business 2 years from now. So we have to work on making a profit. All right. I think that's it, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I'm off to my second 10-year-old basketball game of the day, which is really exciting. All right. Take care, everyone.